Hi, my name is Valerie Thrasher, and I am going to be talking with you guys a little bit today about how we can build and develop a strong and cohesive organizational culture here at Duncan Catering Company. So, we already know that the Duncan Catering Company is committed to providing the highest quality of food and service to Stillwater and its surrounding areas. But what we want to do is we want to take that a step farther and develop a culture and a positive work environment here that not only serves the community but also the Duncan Catering employees as well. So, how we're going to do that is first we have to build a strong organizational structure that's founded on the company's mission. So, the organizational structure that includes policies, guidelines, and other general components that make up the organizational framework and the overall environment. And this is going to help shape the manner in which employees and employers task manage, perform daily tasks, achieve organizational goals, and this is all going to help influence the organizational culture here. So, when an organization creates a work environment where employees feel heard, acknowledged, accepted, valued, it really creates an organizational culture that's based on respect and mutual goal achievement. Now, on the other hand, when an organization doesn't value its employees or maybe places more emphasis on goal completion over employee satisfaction, it can really negatively impact the established culture. So, we want to always, first and foremost, promote employee well-being. Our employees are what make our organization great. They can make us successful or they can make us fail. I mean, that's ultimately how it is. And that starts with being a strong leader. It's all about how you approach your employees, how you approach the business, and how you delegate responsibility and how you come off to your employees. You also want to encourage accountability. You want to listen to employees, make sure that they feel heard, acknowledge their needs, embrace employee diversity, and you always, above everything else, want to prioritize employee satisfaction. So, some ways that we can help create a positive work environment. So, first off, we need to build trust. You have to have trust with your employees and the customers, the clients. You want your customers to trust you. You want them to like you. You want them to keep coming back, right? That's what builds a successful organization. You also have to communicate positively and openly. Set expectations for your employees and make sure that you tell them that you expect the very best from them. You want to create an atmosphere where there's team spirit and team collaboration. Another important factor is giving recognition. Give it openly, give it freely. If an employee goes above and beyond, make sure that you acknowledge that and that you recognize their hard works and their efforts. Give appreciation, give credit, but also one has to learn how to take responsibility. So in an organization, the leader or the employer is often the one that, when something goes wrong, they have to take accountability for that. So take responsibility, learn how to take accountability, be approachable. Your employees need to know that they can come to you if they have comments, concerns, questions, their feelings. They need to know that you are open to hearing what they have to say and really listening to what they have to say. You want to provide a positive physical environment as well as a positive mental environment. The conditions have to be safe. They have to feel like they're walking into a safe environment, both physically and mentally. Make evaluations, make them regularly, and make them positive. You don't want to come at your employees with just a bunch of negatives. You have to do as much as you can to make sure that your evaluation processes go positively for your employees. And make it fun. Make the work environment fun. Nobody wants to come to work when it's not fun. All right? So, next, we want to make sure that we are setting clear and obtainable goals. If you're setting unrealistic expectations or unrealistic or unobtainable goals for your employees, they're going to get tired, they're going to get irritated, they're going to get burnt out. And that does not create a conducive work environment for anybody, not for you, not for your employees. You want to always provide continued support. Make sure that your employees know that they are supported. And you need to monitor progress and performance. And then if something isn't going right, take corrective action. So some other organizations in the area, I've looked into them, and I've kind of established a list of how they've developed a similar culture, or maybe one that we could here at Duncan Catering strive to be more like. So other organizations that I've noticed that have developed a very positive culture, they promote diversity. So diversity is huge, especially in today's society. We want to promote it, encourage it, and just encompass it. So encourage outside of the box thinking. I've seen a lot of organizations that kind of go above and beyond to think outside of the box and find creative approaches to making their organization successful. You want to support a healthy work life balance for both leaders and employees. I know as a small business organization, you guys often take on much of the workload yourselves. And I know you're trying to get to a point where you can hire on more employees, and that's fantastic. That's the direction you want to be going in. But when that does happen, make sure that you loosen the reins a little bit and really make sure that your employees can take over. That way you also have a healthy work-life balance. So that's very important for both you and your employees. Don't overwork them, but make sure that you're not overworking yourself also. Um, like we talked about earlier, you want to encourage accountability. Organizations that are successful, they want people to step up and take accountability for their actions. That's what makes a successful company successful. Create a strong mission, which you've already done. You've done that, and organizations that do succeed, it's because they have really founded their values and the way they approach business based on their mission. That is priority one, really, in creating a strong organizational culture. You want to foster the values and the relationships that are created and established within your organization. So this is your employees, your clients, your customers, future customers. You want to establish relationships across the board with everyone that you encounter throughout your workings in the organization. So developing and maintaining the type of culture that creates an effective work environment, this can be difficult for organizations. There are so many variables and working parts associated with building a name and developing a culture that attracts high quality employees and customers. And that's what really sets an organization apart from its competitors. The culture of an organization can be greatly impacted by success rates. So it's important that an organization reaches or researches the market and conducts regular consumer analyses. Organizations also need to be flexible and adjust their needs according to the evaluation processes that they've just gone through. This can give organizations an edge over their competitors. So organizations can create and maintain the type of culture that promotes a positive work environment by regularly, and we already discussed this, but I want to really nail it, providing employees with deserved recognition, gathering employee feedback. Employee feedback is so important, and also circling back around to effectively communicating and strategizing with employees. Employees can offer a lot of valuable insight if you give them the opportunity. Organizations who emphasize diversity, inclusion, and who also value innovation and creative approaches set themselves apart from their competitors, as these sustained cultural properties attract top talent and maintain a successful working relationship with the community that they serve. So some benefits of implementing this proposed culture. You're going to have enhanced employee satisfaction. You're going to have increased productivity. You're going to create a larger client customer base. You're going to attract higher quality employees, and you're going to generate more publicity. And those are all extremely important factors whenever you're trying to build an organization and create a positive work environment. So how this type of culture can positively affect the work environment for employees. So they're going to have more job satisfaction. You're going to see enhanced employee retention. You're not going to have higher turnover rates. People are going to want to work for you whenever you create this type of environment. You're going to have better success rates when recruiting. Motivation is going to increase. Productivity is going to increase. You're going to see more team and group collaboration. And overall, your employees are going to have a more enhanced well-being and stronger mental health. So, creating a positive work environment, the benefits, some more of the benefits. Happiness is a multiplying effect. Happy employees are successful employees. Happy employees have the right attitude. It reduces stress and increases productivity. A positive work environment encourages risk taking and that outside of the box thinking that we were talking about earlier. Happy employees support each other. Happy employees are not afraid to make mistakes, and we're not afraid to make mistakes if we also know that our employer is approachable. Leaders lead by example. Make sure that you are setting the tone for the day. Make sure that you are leading with a joyful heart and really just going above and beyond to make sure that those around you are happy because you know happiness is contagious. It truly is. So that is all. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, it's been a pleasure working on this with you today. Thank you. Bye-bye.